men, and I use the term in a manly way today. We're going to talk about connecting rods. We're going to talk about connecting rod bearings. We're going to true up a set of flywheels. I don't know, maybe get to something else. Anyway, a very ambitious day. So let's start off with these connecting rods, and I'll tell you the story that's going on here. This is the set that came off of the bike, and I did what I usually do when I'm rebuilding an engine. I take them out to my lathe along with my lapping tool, and I lap the races a little bit just to clean them up and make sure there's no imperfections in there. I bring them back into the regular shop, to the main shop, and I grab a set of Midland size connecting rod bearings, say about a set 0.0004 oversized. That's 4/10,000ths of an inch. I put them into cages, I slip the bearings into the rods, and I drop the rods over the crank pin. I did that with these, loose as a goose. So I says, what the hell? So I went up to 0.0008 10,000ths, reran the drill, dropped them over the crank pin, and loose as a goose. The biggest set I keep on hand is a 0.001, a full thousandth oversized, which I very rarely end up using. Put those in there, which is, like I say, the biggest ones I have, loose as a goose. And I thought, what the fuck? So I decided I needed to do some measuring to see what was going on with these guys. So let's talk about that. Okay, I don't know if you can make this out or not. Hopefully you can. Let's begin at the beginning. The standard roller is 0.187 inches in diameter. The set of rods that came out of this bike, the inside diameter of the rod races is 1.630 inches. The crank pin on this bike is 1.248 inches. You subtract those two numbers from each other and you end up with 0.382 inches, which is the amount of space that has to be taken up by the bearings. You don't want the bearings to take up all the space. There always has to be some running clearance. So you subtract your desired running clearance. Let's call it 1,000th of an inch. So now the space that has to be taken up by the bearings is 0.381 inches. Divide that by 2. That gives you the diameter of your desired roller size. You take your desired roller size and you subtract from it the size of a standard roller, 0.187, and you end up with 0.0035. In other words, these rollers that came out of this bike had to have been in the neighborhood of 0.003 of an inch oversize. Like I said, I rarely end up using 1,000th of an inch oversize. Most of the ones I end up putting in a bike are in the area of 4 to 6 10,000ths. So I said, what the fuck? So I grabbed one of the rollers that came out of the engine and I measured it. It was 0.189, 2,000ths of an inch over, yet the calculation showed that it needed to be at least 0.0035 of an inch oversized. So the ones that were in there were woefully undersized. When I took these rods apart, I give them a quick wiggle and a shake there, and I think I put it in the earlier videos, and I said I didn't feel too bad. The male rod, the front rod, felt worse than the rear rod. But anyway, Jesus Christ, this is the biggest set of the biggest oversized set of rod rollers that you could commonly encounter. Anyway, I ended up ordering a set of 0.002 and a set of 0.003 just to see where they ended up. The rollers are kind of cheap, so I don't mind having an extra set around in case I don't use them. But anyway, I put in a 003 and it was still a little too loose, looser than you'd like it to be. So at that point, it became obvious something else had to be done. So the question is, what is that something else? Okay, so back to what is the something else? Well, the races come out. You could press them out of there. You could put new races in. I don't know, I'm a little lazy today or yesterday when I was doing this, and then I feel like messing with it. So we'll just get rid of these. I happen to keep several sets of old rods laying around, and I picked out the best set of the old rods I had laying around, and I lapped these rod races out until they were nicely finished. And we're going to put this set of rods in just because it's easier than changing the races. I got several sets of old rods laying around, and they all need new races in them. That's why they're old rods laying around. One of these days, I'm going to buy 5 sets of races or whatever, and re-race them all so they're all ready to go. But anyway, this is what we ended up with, and let's talk about the sizes on this thing and how they end up working out. Okay. So here's the math on the rods and the races that came out of the spike. Let's get rid of this one. Here's the math on the ones I'm going to put in. And the rod races, of course, the rollers are the same. Of course, the crank pin is the same. The rod races on this set I dug out of my junk bin are 1.623 inches in diameter. Compare that to the rod races that came out of the bike, 1.630 inches in diameter. So the original bike had races in it that were 7 thousandths of an inch bigger than what the bike was going to end up with. In the world of Harley connecting rods and crankshaft rebuilding, 7 thousandths of an inch is a Grand Canyon. That's just an unheard of amount of oversize on these things. The engine will run if you can find rollers big enough for it. I guess it doesn't hurt anything, but you just rarely do you ever end up going that size without putting new races in there. Just unheard of. But anyway, on the new set, let's see how the math works out. So you start with your rod race diameter, you subtract your crank pin, you get 0.375. You remove the 1,000th desired clearance, and you end up with a clearance of 0.374 that has to be filled up by the rollers. And the reason you divide it by 2 is well, you got a crank pin, you got a race, and you got a roller here and a roller here, of course, greatly exaggerated. So the space is actually the diameter of the 2 rollers, one on either side of the pin. Anyway, you divide that by 2, and you end up with 0.187. Well, look at this. 0.187, a standard roller 0.187. Well, I knew that obviously these are used races and they've been lapped, that a 0.187 roller wasn't going to be big enough. But you know what? A 0.187 roller is a lot bigger, a lot better a choice than a 0.1905 roller. This is 3 thousandths of an inch smaller, so you're going to be in a much better ballpark with this thing. So what happens now when the calculated and the standard are the same? Well, you put a set of standards in there and you see what happens. Well, I knew standards are going to be too small. So what I ended up doing was this. You grab your races, and I happened to grab a set of 0.006 over rollers. You greased them all up, dropped them into the rods, dropped the rod over the crank pin, and it was a little loose. It probably would have been okay, but I thought, let's see what else we could do. So I grabbed my set of 0.0008 rollers, greased the races up, stuck them in the race, or stuck the race in the connecting rod, dropped the connecting rod over the crank pin. Perfect. So this bike is going to end up with a set of 0.00008, how to 4 zeros. 4 zeros in a 8 10 thousandths of an inch oversize, and these are going to be almost as perfect of a fit as you're going to get. So that's where we ended up over here, and that's why we're using the size rollers that we're using. And just to point out one thing, it's very, very difficult to measure these things down to 10 thousandths of an inch. I don't own a mic that reads in 10 thousandths. It's a degree of accuracy that, on paper it sounds good. I did it to, 2 10,000ths of an inch. In reality, the final fitting ends up, in my case, doing by hand and by feel. You do your rough calculations, you get it in a ballpark, and you try it out and you see what works. In this case, I happen to start small and I work my way up. In other cases, I'll grab a set, they'll be too tight, and I'll just go one size smaller until they fit. It's kind of as simple as you could get it. Either fits or it doesn't fit. You want it as snug as possible with about 1/1000th of an inch of play in there. Like I say, ultimately, I'll get it in the ballpark with the math, and the determination of the final fit will be by feel. Works best.
For today, I am out of here. Hey, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.